If movie monsters were real, some would be disasters. Others would be extinction events. Tonight, we rank them by real science.
We are not ranking them by fear alone. We are looking at biology, physics, spread, intelligence, and whether humanity could actually contain them.
Every subject in this list could kill humans, but only a few could break civilization itself.
Starting at number 10, deadly, intelligent, and almost impossible to see. Against humans, thermal vision changes the entire fight. Darkness, camouflage, and cover stop working. The predator is terrifying because it does not attack like an animal. It hunts like a trained soldier with better technology.
But the same thing that makes him dangerous also limits him. He is a hunter, not an outbreak.
One predator could wipe out a squad, but as a species-level threat, it does not spread fast enough to end the world.
The T-Rex is pure biological power, huge bite force, massive body weight, and terrifying close-range lethality. A bite like that does not need venom, infection, or strategy. It just has to connect once.
The biggest danger is not just the animal. It is the human panic around the animal.
As deadly as it is, the T-Rex is still an animal. It can be tracked, trapped, sedated, and contained. In the ocean, humans lose almost every advantage. That is why the Megalodon ranks above the T-Rex.
A predator this large does not need to board your ship. It turns the entire ocean around you into the kill zone. At sea, there are no walls, no roads, and no safe direction to run.
But the Megalodon has one major weakness. It is locked to the ocean. That makes isolation possible.
The rage-infected rank higher because the threat is not one monster. It is a fast-moving social collapse.
Speed changes everything. Slow infected can be managed. Fast infected turns cities into traps.
Once quarantine fails inside a dense city, the outbreak moves faster than command can understand it.
But rage infection has a biological limit. If the host cannot eat, drink, or heal, the outbreak eventually burns itself down.
Death Angels are worse than normal predators because they combine speed, armor, and sound-based targeting. In a world with these creatures, noise becomes evidence. One mistake can identify your exact location.
Their armor makes normal weapons unreliable, but their hearing is also the opening that makes them beatable.
Once the sound weakness is discovered, humanity finally has a real countermeasure.
The Xenomorph ranks higher because it does not just kill. It converts victims into reproduction. It is not just strong. It uses darkness, structure, and fear like part of its anatomy.
If the hive gets time, the environment itself becomes part of the organism.
Even killing one is dangerous. Its blood turns the battlefield into another weapon.
At this scale, the monster is no longer an animal attack. It is a moving natural disaster.
The size difference is the horror. You are not fighting it, you are surviving its footsteps. The main creature destroys the city. The parasites make hiding underground unsafe.
The military can hurt it. But in a city this dense, every attack risks destroying the place you are trying to save.
Doomsday is different because damage does not just fail to stop him, it may improve him. Conventional weapons may slow him down, but against the comic-accurate version, they do not solve the problem. In real biology, this would be impossible at that speed, but as a fictional threat, it makes every failed attack a lesson. That is why Doomsday ranks third. You do not beat him by escalation if escalation is what makes him worse. Godzilla ranks above Doomsday because the scale changes everything. This is not a battlefield threat. This is a national disaster. A creature this large does not need to chase individuals. Its movement alone destroys infrastructure. Atomic breath turns Godzilla from a massive animal into a walking strategic weapon.
But Godzilla is still visible, trackable, and enormous. The number one threat is worse because it can hide.
The thing ranks number one because it does not need size. It only needs contact.
It can look like anyone. That means the real weapon is not claws or teeth. It is paranoia.
The sample is reacting! What is it? What is it?
Burn it!
By the time you see the real body, the infection may have already spread.
If the thing reached a major airport, humanity might lose before anyone knew the outbreak had started.
The final ranking is not about who looks strongest. It is about who gives humanity the fewest ways to respond. Some monsters destroy cities. The worst ones destroy response systems. This is what failure looks like. Not one monster winning a fight, but civilization losing control.
So now the question goes to you. Which movie monster do you think ends humanity first?